Woman at the Window, the material universe of Rabindranath Tagore through the eyes of Satyajit Ray, by Shoma Chatterji. Narrated by Pooja S. Ruparel. Chapter 1, Literature and Cinema. Introduction. The interplay between cinema and literature is as old as the medium of celluloid. It will continue as long as there are good books to read and filmmakers with the vision to translate them into films. There will be controversy and criticism. But however good or bad an adaptation, one must remember that the original will always remain. It cannot be obliterated or erased by the existence of its celluloid version. At times, the celluloid version might be so remote an interpretation that it distances itself from the source. The film becomes a film unto itself, alienated completely from the original, such as Sanjay Leela Bhansali's Devdas. If the film adaptation/interpretation/relocation is remarkable, the film will stand on its own. The history of world cinema is littered with brilliant examples of immortal classics made into archival films, such as Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind, 1939, produced by David O. Selznick, Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina, turned into a film first in 1935, starring Greta Garbo in the title role, and then in 1948, starring Vivien Leigh, Akira Kurosawa's Throne of Blood, 1957, which transposes William Shakespeare's Macbeth by placing it in feudal Japan, and Satyajit Ray's Charulata, which is an interpretation of Rabindranath Tagore's Nastanir. Writers can take heart from the fact that the medium of cinema takes their work to a much wider audience than their original literary work does. Many writers recognize that to reach a wider audience, their works should be open to interpretation. Cinema expresses the private vision of the filmmaker, be it in accurate imitation, political propaganda, or visual abstraction, and the critical emphasis should be on the work of art, the film itself, and not on its comparison with the literature it springs from. Physicality of cinema versus narrativity of literature. We generally tend to overlook the basic difference between literature and its adaptation on celluloid. This lies in the physicality of the celluloid interpretation vis-à-vis the lack thereof in literature. Literature gives the reader the freedom to imagine how the characters and the objects would actually look in real life.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?